There we go. How about now? All right. There we go. Well, anyway, I was just observing in the cube, and Throw Rider, thank you for coming by. Very nice to have you here. No pressure on me at all whatsoever as a amateur cube content maker. Um, yeah, I'm very excited to see what happens here. I feel like I have a very kind of medium sense of what to expect. There's just so many things that can happen and so much stuff that you can come across. I'm almost nervous about like paralysis of choice. And then I was just going a little deeper on the lands real quick because we definitely have the all the cycling lands, and then it looks like it's a mix from there. There is the that's a cycler. There is the Battlelands, I think, if I'm remembering right. I never play these. There's a Lifeland, white black, interesting. This appears to be the only man land, which is kind of cool. This is an interesting one, especially with the hexproof. Not the best one, but a good one for sure. Uh, Got a temple, which makes sense. And then I was saying I also think it's really nice that we have Sunbaked Canyon. I think that's a nice little nod to the fact that red white never has card advantage. So just a nice little option there. All the tri lands, all the fetches, a smattering of utility lands, and a smattering of three color land, or excuse me, five color lands. So I know I want to go in valuing fixing pretty high, and I also know I want to value signets pretty high because I just think that's a solid takeaway here is when you're going in the long game and you're going big, you want to be able to get there. You want to get to that late game with plenty of mana and lots of options. You pick some choice lands to help archetypes or color pairs. I do like that. I really like the asymmetrical land design. Like having all of the OG duels is a no-brainer. Generally, having at least the shocks, if not the checks, to go with is pretty straightforward, especially if you're running fetches. But then going from there, I am interested in the full cycle of cycling lands, and I'm curious if that was just something that people are a fan of, or if that was intentional, or if that supports something in here that maybe I missed in my initial look through. Um, but yeah, I'm looking forward to trying to get into some broken stuff here. Ooh, first in line. A little bit of a wait. That's okay. I am definitely excited. It's been a while since MTGO offered a cube that I really wanted to stream. Doing the like vintage and legacy cubes are fine, but I generally don't stream those. I'd rather do like the arena or someone's personal cube like I'll do on Saturday. You figure games will go long, so having the ability to cycle a land late game is a plus. I think that makes a lot of sense. If you're looking to design a slow late game play space, a sort of EDH feel, that makes perfect sense. So I kind of thought that might be it. Just the fact that they have cycling is just good, and it is for sure. We definitely know that about those lands, but that makes sense. And it's unfortunate that you can't get the full cycle. I would really love to see that get completed someday, so that we can put in more than just the five, or at least put in like a mix. Um, CIPT isn't as much of an impact in this cube. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It's a super interesting environment. This is like exactly what I look for in a cube is like a super unique, super fun environment. Something that's different than what's out there. Like a strict, straight up kind of traditional vintage or legacy cube, like I said, is really cool. But I feel like a lot of people who know a lot more than me have designed really good ones. So like it doesn't feel like there's a design space that I want to tackle there. I mean, I'm glad people do. It's just not like I want to find new horizons, I guess, new territory to explore. So I like novel cubes. I like creative cubes, cubes that go somewhere different, and this definitely has a unique feel to it. And you know what? I'm also where'd my thing go? I'm gonna take advantage of dual monitors and keep this over here Because first couple times through, I like having the list available just in case. Thrill, have you gotten to do some drafts, or have you just been trying to check out as many streams as you can and observe? Because I've always thought, like, if my cube was up here, it would be hard for me to choose. I mean, I obviously would want to stream it, like, incessantly, but I also would be very curious to see what other people are doing. Nice. Nice. That's got to be hard to divide the time. Like, I would feel like I would want both going. Like, just get as many streams as I can up and then play some as well, because being able to see all these folks out here, or not all of them, obviously, because not everyone's streaming, but as many people as possible doing it is a rare opportunity. Saw him earlier. Yep. J-Bro's keeping up the tradition up at the top here. That's good to see. Sweet. Here we go. One more. Hey, this looks different. Okay. Let's see. Pretty interesting first pack. I feel like it's hard not to just take a fetch, but I will say there are a few tempting cards. Necromancy is tempting. Caracal is always good. I don't think that's first pickable in this cube, but it's a good card. Mindstreaker is interesting, but I would be nervous to try to get myself into that. And obviously, powerful planeswalkers. This Garruk is quite a good planeswalker. Fun fact: McDarmy had the timer increase for his cube to help people read all the new cards. Okay, that feels good. I'm glad to know that I'm not the only one who's looking at this like I'm gonna need some extra time here. Like taking a fetch pack one is pretty easy, but that actually like is super comforting for me. The archive's actually pretty tempting too. I know there's some good rocks around, so I don't feel as pressured on that. But that's actually quite tempting as well. Like in these longer games, a 4-drop tap for 2 is going to be very welcome. But I'm gonna grab that fetch before I talk myself out of it. Default to the Land doubling season. That could be something fun to get into. This is pretty early. I feel like we've got time to muck around with that. Elish Norn also solid finisher. Soul Herder, Blink build around. A 4-mana 2/3 Death Touch. Oh, I know this one. This one's new. Add 2 mana of any one color. Oh, sorry. This one's the X Tribal. That's the X Tribal. I love seeing Spite-Mare in here as well. I know that's like a theme in here. There's so many fun things to get into. But I feel like doubling season, there's not like there's other Koglas, there's other Dorks, like there's other Faith's Fetters. The Spite-Mare deck is your personal design. I might pick your brain about that later if you're up for it. I'm very curious about how much you think that can come together, because I've always felt like there's not enough density, or I'm always like worried about that, and getting the deck together. Wow, there must be some good cards in here if Lurrus is... Well, I guess this is not the Lurrus cube. This is not Lurrus's like jam. Rankle's always solid. A Companion's always solid. Land is tempting. We could get into Bant, and it's fetchable by the fetch we already have. And then if we're going to be in green... Now this gets +1/+1, so that's not going to get doubled by doubling season. Let's draw a card. A lot of these are +1/+1 and are not... Oh, sorry, we want tokens. It's tokens, not proliferate. It is, it's both. Yeah, it's counters. Counters and tokens. I feel like search is pretty solid too. Just get some good filtering for the long game. Excuse me. Tokens and counters, though. That's what we want to look at. I'm going to take search for now, because that can just get you there. It's like library. You just take library. Take an extra turn. Interesting. Oh, I like Ghostly Pilferer. I don't know if we want to... I mean, black might be okay as well. I don't know how much they'll be in there. The white card makes tokens if you're not familiar with it. No, I'm not familiar with like half of this cube because I don't play a ton of EDH, and I know that's sort of a thing. And then we've got a Naya. That would make a token in the last pack. Yeah, I realized I read that too late. Thank you though. Yeah, there'll be a lot of cards in here that I'm less familiar with. Which is what I like about it. I mean, that's the fun of it. Like, if this was all the same cards that I see in every cube, what fun would it be? I don't feel like this is a bad choice, though. Populate, and it makes a token. Like, that's clearly... Yeah, the Naya guy is good with DCs, and I assumed so. I felt confident in that one. Still some lands. That's nice. Oh, this Vivian makes a token. This Vivian's just good. This is just a good card. I opened this art of this Vivian and played. I actually, in a pre-release kit, I opened 2 Vivians, and that was something. That deck was consistent. Oh, yeah, Steven, I know I'm going to disappoint you not taking the snake, but that Vivian. Yeah, I literally opened 2 of these in one kit, and I'm playing against my son. He's 12. I felt terrible. I was like, let's just open the next pack because like, I'm sorry. I was like beating face on a 12-year-old. Poor dude. He actually he opened some pretty good. He opened a pretty good kit, so that wasn't too bad. God, I love Skull Prophet just as a design. I don't think we're there. I think we're in Naya, so I think maybe we're cool taking the Naya land. I mean, maybe we end up in like Bant or 4-color. I don't know, but yeah, Shrine feels solid. I agree. Oh, that's right. This is Garuda. I don't know the Godzilla arts off the top of my head. This does have counters too, but I don't think that's where we're at. I think a land is better. I think a land's always better. Even in this cube, which is generous with lands, or on the generous side. Yeah, I'm cool with the Shrine on that. Speaking of, I also just got this Radha art for myself, for my cube. Absolutely love it. Can't wait to play it. Gorgeous card. Got it in foil. I got this one in foil, and it's like perfectly flat, and it's beautiful. And I'm actually wondering if, what do we have? 9 cards. So the likelihood that Voracious Hydra just comes around is low. And this is a pretty unique card. And it gets counters. And I know we're not just building Doubling Season. Like, that's only 1 card. But this is just a good card if you're in green. And we're in green. This plays nicely with Vivian. Yeah. Yeah. That's where I'm at. Well, if Thrill Rider's saying it and you're saying it, Steven, I can't ignore both of you. Maybe one of you. Maybe one of you. But probably not. This seems fine. This seems fine. We might have to make sure we pick up some ramp. Like maybe a Sage. Galta would probably be fine too. Just as a big chunk. And at some point we need to grab some removal. There's more ramp than it seems like. And even search can be flipped into ramp. So I think I want the Hydra. Garruk came around? Beast Whisperer came around? I think green is open. I think green is open. Do we not just take the Garruk here? Garruk, whatever? Yeah, green is go for sure. Honestly, the Beast Whisperer is pretty tempting too, but... Yeah. Yeah, I think we just take the Walker, right? I mean, the Crag is tempting, but... There'll be other lands. There won't be other Garruks. Garuki Rook. I'll take some ramp too. Yeah, the Pilgrim. Yeah, right. And like I was kind of saying on stream last night, like my feeling with ramp in this kind of environment is like we're not going to try to hard cast Galta with dorks, but like when you can get Vivian down on turn 4, or maybe if you're lucky turn 3, like that's a big, big, big advantage. I'm in the right seat. Yeah, thank you. Yep, I feel good about this lane. I guess we'll just snap that up. Because I'm not totally convinced we're like hard in white. We might just be Gruul splashing white. I'm not sure yet. Although this is nice. This is the one you mentioned makes tokens. So yeah, we'll correct that mistake. There we go. All right, I might be feeling better about being in white if we can get some removal. You like the Recruiter? It's not bad. Could get the Hydras. That's fair. That's fair. That's a solid observation. That is a lot of damage. Right. Where did I play Genesis last? That was in, I think, Cultic Cube. I love the Spite Bellows. Just a Gatling gun there. Speaking of Gatling guns, Temur Triome. I mean, Ballista is rarely the wrong choice. We do have some cool options here. Like, this falls right into the Populate deck, which Thrill Rider, as you mentioned, is supported, so I dig that. Ballista does seem good in this deck, though. Yep, it does have counters. I just want to examine all the options. I do. I think it's better, but I could see going with the Guild Mage. In theory, I could actually even see going with the Triome. Here's the thing about the Triomes in Cube. When you have fetches, you just got to remember that you can theoretically play this. It won't pop up as a 2-color land. Like, this can just be a Gruul land. Mage will wheel. Yeah. Walking Bee won't. Of course not. Of course not. But like with fetches, you can just play this as a red-green source. Like the fact that it has blue on it could be incidental and might not even matter. Do we just not have a sideboard now in this new? Oh, okay, cool. Like we may just not even be playing probably any blue. Let's confirm the Ballista there. Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Daddy likes. Daddy likes. I mean, there's no. Yeah. Yep. This pack. Yep. This is a great pack. Yeah, I know. I'm looking around like. I mean, Jesus, Bramble Sovereign would play nicely in here. Sarah would play lovely in here. Wall of Omens is probably fine because we're obviously just going to fuck around for the first couple turns. Like, we are not doing anything productive on turn 1 except maybe play, or certainly not on turn 2. Except maybe playing a dork. Yeah, the Precursor Golem, like, holy moly. I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're all good. But I don't think we pass up Annoying Procession when we're doing the doubling season thing. Like, not in this cube. Damn. All right, I think I obviously want Sarah to wheel more than anything else. But if not, from there it would be like Wall or Bramble Sovereign. Or no, Bramble Sovereign, then Wall, probably. Damn. Oh, that hurts. Oh! God! The token makers. And the Crested Sunmare. Jesus, once you get doubling season, you just smack this on your own, like, Avacyn's Pilgrim and just get a bunch of 3/3s. I kind of feel like we need the land. It's actually feeling like we're really in white-green right now, and then red is going to be the splash, if anything. I don't know about Spite Bellows. I think we'll keep Geared, but... Yeah, I mean, the Taiga, and it's fetchable, right? We can fetch it right now. So, like, we got to take that, but... Whew. I guess that probably goes into that Boros damage deck. It's a pretty neat pack. That Sunmare's tempting. Not over a land. And I know that's more of a life gain thing. I don't think I hate Lightning Helix here. Lyra's a beater. I mean, I guess we could be tricky with Beast Within, but I feel like that's not probably in here. Well, no, it's probably in here to do the tricky stuff, right? I would think. You think Beast is better? Okay. I'm willing to take your word on that. I also feel pretty torn between the two. Way more targets. That's true. That's true. We did look last night, and a significant portion of the cube does not have 3 toughness, or has more than 3 toughness. Not like huge, but it's more than normal. Beast will hit a lot. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And like we'll want a way, and it's an instant. We'll want ways to deal with like enchantments and stuff as well. Like an X3 is not going to be as big a problem in here as other things. If we're in white, we can find life gain. No, we can. We can. I just don't want to get distracted trying to build that. How is this land still here? Speaking of life gain, having lifelink here might be really nice with our proliferate effects. Or excuse me, our populate effects. I don't know. I mean, maybe land. You really like I? Yeah. I mean, it's a 1/1 flyer that'll get us a land. Early blocker. Early chump, maybe. And fixes mana. Yeah, we're in 3 colors. I think we'll have an opportunity to get a little more fixing. It'll get gummed up with 5 drops. Alright, you talked me into it. This also isn't exactly like game breaking. We're going hard on 5s. That is a fair point. Cast Out seems okay. Mirror March might be interesting. Worst case, we Beast Within our eye. No, having a couple targets to do tricky stuff might be fine. Like Pilgrim's Eye on 3, Anointed on 4, Doubling Season on 5, and then Beast Within the Pilgrim's Eye. That is just fine. That's not even worst case. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. That would get an attacker. Cheap interaction is good. We literally do not have a single 2-drop. I like this cube already. I'm torn on whether or not we should go with Mirror March. I feel like that's getting on the greedy side. It's your personal pet cube card. I did try to build a deck around it at one point. I'm gonna take it as a sign if it wheels. I'm gonna go with my gut on Cast Out. But if it comes around, I'll take it as a sign that I should have taken it in the first place. Oofy doof. O-Ring is still here? What? What? I think, like, the Goose feels like the right pick, but O-Ring is O-Ring. Like, it's an even better Beast Within. Yeah, what? How is that still here? What are people picking? I guess white and green are open? Fun fact, you can embalm this and get multiple if you have doubling season. That would be cute. That would be cute. Even Sun... I mean, I don't think we have a lot of targets for Sun Titan, but even that seems fine. We don't have any 3-drops. That's the reality there. The Hydra's better than Colossal Dreadmaw. I mean, not a whole lot of a bar, but it is better. I actually quite like Honored Hydra. I mean, it's its own reanimator target. Like, you don't even need to reanimate it. Like, you just put it in there. All right, so no one's doing pod, apparently, because Fiend Artisan wheeled around, and this is coming around. Sundering Growth's pretty tempting. A 2-mana hitting an artifact or enchantment. There will be targets. And we may have tokens. We actually don't have a ton of token makers right now, in fairness. I guess, no, the walkers do. The walkers make tokens. And the recruiter, the white card. You like the elf? Yeah. Yeah, and Tristoni was in that pack too. Yeah, I know. Like, what's even happening? I don't know. I mean, I think people are just seeing like so many things, and they're just like, they don't even know what else to do except, yeah. Like, I get it. I get it. It's hard to know what to pick. But lands should not still be coming around. I think this is a pretty obvious slam dunk here. We literally do not have a single 2-drop yet, which is not a big deal in this cube, I think. Especially if we've got a couple dorks and we've got some decent 3s that we'll want to roll out. But I think this is a pretty obvious like inclusion. Hello! It came around. It came around. Yeah, there's no way we pass that. No way. Yep. Ding indeed. And the wall came around in fair. Hey, John, how are you? Good to see you again. We are doing the doubling season deck. We got doubling season pick, what was it, 2 or 3? 2? And then we also got Anointed Procession, so apparently people want us to do this. I don't know how word got out, but it's a thing. You know, we could just grab Gift and have a second Beast Within. And again, there will be opportunities for shenanigans. Sarah going this late is heinous. Dude, the things... Also, hi Gwen, again. Yep. I think we're fine just taking Lyra this time now. Sarah and the horse wheeled. Yep. No, we got 2 dorks. We got doubling season and Annoying Procession. We have a 2-drop. 1 whole 1. That's good, I think. Yeah, we're not going to play that, but we'll take it. And we're not going to play that either. Oh! What? What? We don't have any targets. We have literally 1 target. No, we have 3 targets for that. Excuse me. We currently have 3 targets for that. Signet. That's a no-brainer. Although, damn, I just got to say, I always want to take this card. In this kind of environment, that is tempting right there. Might is very strong. No, I'm sure it's very strong. I just don't know if we need to play it. That is pretty strong. It might make the cut. We will see. Signet's a no-brainer. I mean, we're heavily white-green. We're barely splashing any red right now. So that's like... You wouldn't rule Might out. It's fair. Yeah, we got to see what we'll cut. I mean, we're going to have to cut some 5-drops. And Genesis seems less likely in this deck. Lyra is just a beater. I like where our 3s are at. We need some more 2s. Oh, hey, a Signet. That's a 2. Let's reserve the... That's interesting. It's technically playable. No good lands for us here. Love Hostage Taker, but we're not in that. I don't. It would be to me between these two green cards, but I think Druid's better for us. And the fact that it adapts is nice. I mean, I think that's actually in here. King or the Druid, leaning towards Druid. Yeah, I'm on Druid. I think. Savage is a Gruul land. That's fair. If this was the Triome, I would grab it because it would be fetchable. But I mean, it is a Gruul land. But we've got a Signet. We've got a couple Dorks. We've got the Eye. The Druid would be... Yeah, it is cute with Doubling Season. And it can be fixing. It's a red-white land. Could grab that. Ronus' Last Stand. That is an ambitious inclusion. I'm just going to say that right now. I mean, this could be pretty gross if we have an Anointed Procession out. Actually, this could as well. Doomed Artisan might actually be just fine. We're just going to keep making sculptures over and over. You like the Confluence? I do too. I just feel like we're heavy on 5s. So I'm like either a land that lets us splash a little more red and is fetchable, or... I mean, I really like the Doomed Artisan. That's just an Ophiomancer, worst case, without the Death Touch. Yeah, I'm feeling the Artisan. The land is tempting, but we're not playing that much red right now. The green 3-drop is good too. The Eulogist. Not bad. That does play well with what we're doing. I do like the Confluence as well. I'm not discounting that. I think the Artisan is where we're at. And I also just love... In environments like this, when you can just drop something and let it make its own value, like... I love that. Hey, look at that. There's a land for us. Karn! Why? Why is this still in here? What are people taking? What are people taking? What's better than a fixing land? A colorless 4-drop that beats. And I just want to say, let's take a screenshot right there, because if John says take it over the land, that's at least something. That's something to put on your calendar, I think. John is a conscientious drafter. Not like me, who will take any old powerhouse over a land. I guess that's why they're going around. Honestly, green and white have been so open, I almost wonder if it'll wheel. I mean, this is only 3 cards in. Karn also makes tokens. Karn's also just a monster. Prophet of Kurfix. Love that card. Elspeth's not bad. We are glutted on 5-drops, so I do think I think we need to devalue 5-drops a little bit. But I do like having some more ramp options. I also don't see... Well... And if we're going to take anything red, I think it needs to be, like, amazing. Visionary? Yeah, it is good here, right? Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I love Visionary. I love the way they just smooshed together the 2 cards and they just owned it. They're just like, yep, nope, we're going to call it. You know, like the double red at this point? Yeah, I'm with you. I think we're happy playing the 2 red cards we have, but we may even end up just cutting that. We may have enough stuff that we don't need it. Those were a while ago, so I need to look at the deck once we have everything and reread them, but I could see just being out of there. That's super weird. I don't know that we're going to be rocking the raid very much. I don't know that I love anything in this pack per se. Yeah. I'm not sure I love triple white either, but I think that's the closest thing to something we could play, like, readily. They're both 5-drops, so, like, it could be O-Stone. I just don't know if that's something we're going to do. Like, we're trying to gum up the board with tokens. I don't know, that might be the wrong pick. Wow. Well, no one's in the field deck. Hey, there's another one for Steven. Giver seems fine, as does Fabro. Like, this is most likely going to be a 2-2, maybe a 3-3. But it is more ramp. I don't know that Giver is, like, that much better for us right now. Like, if we were going big, yes, but, like, we may end up cutting Sun Titan and Lyra just so that we can make sure we're making tokens, so. And, you know, if we get one of our red creatures out, this might be a 3-3. What's the GW card do? It's a big dork. It'll basically be a 2-2 Vigilance that'll tap for 2 mana. Yeah, tapping for mana is better. Agreed. I like Mangara. Commune's fine, but I don't think it's going to do anything for us. And I don't think we need more targeted removal, but another O-Ring is always welcome. Yeah. I like Mangara. Mangara's a beater in my cube, and I actually just added the new one as well. So now we have like a little tribal thing going on, which is fun. Yeah, I don't think Commune does anything for us. I can't imagine us playing this, but it's a white card. So in it goes. This gets counters. It's probably low on our list of 3-drops to play. I'm pretty excited about our 3-drops. There's not a lot of them that I'm like dying to cut. It's for the Blasphemous Act combo. Yeah, fair enough. Jeez, I didn't even catch the Gearhulk the first time around. I mean, we weren't looking at it, but is the Populate creature better? We're low on lands. This is a fetchable white source. And another fetchable red source for our splash if we're going to do it. I'm going to grab it before you can all talk me out of it. It's interesting. I don't think either of these are super necessary for us. But that's fine. Elspeth came around? Okay. Yeah, right? Okay. No, pick it. All right, there we go. Well, it looks like no one really got into this redirect thing either. Well, that was an adventure. I will say that. All right. MTGO is feeling its oats, so that's fun. We're just going to give it a sec to see if it can calm the hell down. That or my internet connection is, but... Are we... Maybe my mouse is stuck. All right, there we go. All right, let's get those unnecessary red cards out. I'm on the fence on Sun Titan, but I'm going to cut it for now. Same with Lyra. I believe this was fine. Don't know that I feel that per se. Let's look at this red splash and see if we even want to play it. I mean, I think we do. And like populating by itself right there is pretty sweet. The Cavalier is probably a bit of a reach for us, especially over things like Doubling Season and Elspeth and other Planeswalkers. So we're at 27 right now. Good to see you, John. Thanks for dropping in. Oh, thank you as well, Thrill Rider. Okay, yeah. I mean, if I can get on here, maybe you can even come on audio next time. That would be lovely. But thanks very much for popping in, Thrill Rider, and for designing this really fun cube. I will let you know how it goes. Awesome. Oh, you're saying buy a thrill. Okay, cool. Glad you're sticking around, John. Always nice having you here. And then we had to cut. I'm tempted to try and cut Cast Out because we got O-Ring, Mangara, Beast Within, and what was the other one? Generous Gift. So we have a lot of 3, but Cast Out having cycling is so beautiful. That's a tough one. We can probably go down a land. We got all this. We have all these options for ramp. And then a fixer. And I think we want the fixer because we ended up lighter on lands than I would have liked. We definitely want to keep the X spells. Actually might be fine to cut the Guild Mage. 6 is a lot for a token. It's nice that it's on demand. We might also just be able to cut this in favor of the Elder. The Elder will tap for more mana. It doesn't draw the card, but it's got Vigilance. And it'll be a 2/2 minimum. I don't know. These are tough cuts. These are tough cuts. I really want to see how Doomed Artisan plays. I'm willing to cut that later, but I definitely want to hang on to it for now. I feel pretty happy with our 5s and 4s for the moment. If anything, maybe Entrapment Maneuver comes out. Because, like, I mean, we could get a lot of 1/1s out of that, though. Oh, I don't need Recruiter. I mean, I know that it'll search up, like, Pilgrim's Eye, but I guess it'll grab a lot of our dorks, but we got 6. I'm not super worried about it. I think it would cut 2 more, and then we'll play 16 lands, because we've got a fetch, and we've got a lot of dorks, and a Signet. Which I feel pretty lucky we grabbed. That was pack 2 pick 1. I think people took our advice to heart, and were definitely picking their Signets nice and high. You wouldn't bother playing red? Yeah. That might be right. That might be right. Cut something more expensive than the Guild Mage. It does play with the plan. That's true. Cutting red would do that. Cutting red would be 2 more cuts. It would be expensive stuff. And it's probably on the greedy side. Playing red when we've got such a sweet little white-green deck here. So what's that look like? That also means we don't really need our red lands. Because they won't affect the Fey Burrow. We aren't activating that multiple times a turn. For the Hydra? Yeah. Right. Yeah, the Jungle Shrine's a double land. Those are in for sure. Yep. Yeah, we just don't need the exclusively red lands. It doesn't look too bad. Especially for what this cube's trying to do. If we only had a Temple Garden. No, it was the check land. But yes, that would have been a good pick. But then someone else would be playing Karn. And I don't want that. Not a bad little spread here. Pretty even. Seven and 7 works for me. Save the deck. Yeah. Let's see what it does. Sunpetal Grove, that's the one. Yep. That would be nice. If I die to fixing, we know Gwen was right. If I win with Karn, we know I got lucky. Because the land was almost definitely the more correct pick. But God, that Karn coming around. Well, that's sure a start. Five turns to get a threat down. Oh, God. Oh, I'm being punished. I'm being punished for taking Karn. Damn it to hell. Gwen's laughing his ass off right now. The walkers were wheeling around, and no, there's not a huge density of them. Okay. All right. We can start with this. We'll drop the Pilgrim. Yep. That's brutal. Not the best start. All right, but they have nothing on one. That's good for us, because we do. That Karn could have been a Temple Garden. That's true. Could have been. Yeah, the 4 lands and a Karn might have been fine. Oh, the first hand? Yeah. We need this. And we need it now. Because we need a white source. And we're just going to start making sculptures. Oh, no, actually, we're going to fish out a counterspell is what we're going to do. Oh, all right. Interesting. How many sculptures are we going to make? What's the over-under? I say 3. And I'm just totally guessing there. More than 1. I agree with that. 2 next turn, also accurate. Actually, if we don't get a counter spell here, I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they kept a 4 lands and a 4-drop kind of a hand. I don't even know what counter spells are in this deck or in this cube. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, we'll get in for 1. Well, there's Supreme Will. Appreciate the powers of observation, Gwen. Thank you. Well, we know what they got into. They also mulled down, though. 4 cards in hand. Supreme Will is a hell of a card. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. Now, do we play into this counterspell here? I've always been a show it to me kind of person. I've frequently regretted that. I just don't think we benefit from holding it right now. We can EOT, destroy, Doomed Artist. Someone's with the... Yep. Okay, well, we got there. Let's do Vigilance. Yeah, it's not like they have anything to trample over. Got him. Yeah, no, you're right. We can generous gift our artisan once we're ready. Build up a nice little slew of sculptures. We'll have 4 4/4s next turn unless they have a sweeper. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. At least we got 1 creature out of it. We're also going to have Beast Within, so we've actually got a couple options on that. We found the missing color in their deck. We did. Is what? Ironically, we can still look at the top card of our library. So that's fun. Do we just do it now? I mean, they're tapped out, and we can get another beast. Yeah, don't do it now. All right. Depends what kind of rat they have. If it's creatures only, oh yeah, I guess. Well, we won't want to do it in response if they wrath. Okay, there's that. Well, Beast Within is not going to do it for us on that one. Give them a bunch of 3/3s instead of a bunch of 3/3s. So, yeah, don't beast that one. I think I want to get rid of that. The more 3/3s we have, the better. Like that Hydro while he's tapped out. And that's a really nice way to fight this Golem. I like that. So what do we got? 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So let's cast this. Get a blocker out of the way. Fork it? You want to save it for the next turn? I mean, it's only sort of forking it. It'll get another big creature. Oh, fork it first, right? No, that's good sense. I was too excited. Yeah, that's fine. What shall we get? We should get a 6-drop, right? And it's coming down on the battlefield. Mangara is another Geez, not a lot of good options, honestly. I mean, another dork is fine. I think we'll just get Mangara. Because at least that'll deal with something for us. Yep, we're going to fight you. Just get in there with the 3. Okay. Kind of would expect them to take 3, but all right. So far, I like Doomed Artisan. I'll say that. Brago. So whenever you're going to hit us, you're going to blink. You have nothing to blink right now. So that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, all right. That's fair. Cut our removal. Wondering when we want to get rid of this Doomed Artisan. 5, 5, 5 seems pretty good. They have nothing that can block. They can block 3 of them. They're going to take 10. Plus we come in with 4. We know we're drawing a land next turn, but we might get another creature off of Vivian. I think I'm going to give it one more turn. I don't hate that. We also don't even technically need to end of turn this because none of these have summoning sickness. So we could do it now if we realized that was the right thing to do. We'll also make a reach creature since they have a flyer. The 3/3 can attack if we do EH. Oh, yeah. That's fair. That's fair. It's going to depend what they do this coming turn, but I think we just do it now. 6 6/6s is pretty hard to... This isn't even that great for us. The life gain will be fine. What are they going to blink? If you waste a combat trick on my 3/3 beast, you're just tapped. Okay, it's a nice lantern. Think we got it? We might. It certainly seems good. And I mean, worst case, we just drop this and gain a bunch of life, right? Because getting rid of non-tokens isn't going to help us right now. Let me just do it now in case they double block something. And then we swing out. And we say math is for blockers, yo. And they're going to angry block a couple things. And go to -24. Probably could have done it last turn. Well, I really like Doomed Artisan in here. And thank you, D. Carmona. That was I think that was a nice opening game. I kind of wish I'd grabbed that Vivian's Arc Bow. That's really good against control, although I think they're more like tempo flyers oriented, it seems. Because they only really showed us one counter spell, right? I don't know if there's anything I feel really strongly about bringing in. If we were in red, something like Spite Bellows would be nice. Because that slaps when you have a precursor golem. In theory, Genesis might be okay, but Primal Might could be alright. I don't know if there's anything I want to take out per se. I think I'm going to roll it. What do we got? This is not a bad open either. Ballista lets us play whenever we feel like we need to. We have enough to drop Mangara and Serra on curve. I think we learned from the last game. Yeah, keep, right? I was a little hesitant to keep too much of a cheap or too much of a late hand. But for sure I can see how that works. And I am used to that kind of environment. What shall we draw? A Llanowar Elf! I mean, okay. I love the art on that. If I hadn't just gotten an altar sleeve for mine, I think I'd have to go searching for one of these promos. Because I feel like there's a printed version of that. I might be wrong. Ooh, early Signet is pretty good for them. That is pretty good. I mean, unless we exile it with Mangara, which... that's the kind of thing I would do. Ooh, alright. Thank you. Yep. Okay. Like where we're at. I mean, I think we do Sarah next. But I like that we have an O-ring ready. I like that we have 2 O-rings ready. One's just a little slow, that's all. But I like white into Sarah here. 2, 3, 4, 5. We have actually 5 mana next turn, probably. We'll see. We'll see. See what they do. Dirtle. Love it. And with white showing, I am not worried about a counterspell. Hey, David. Yes. Thank you for tuning in last night. This is some super fair GW magic. I'm just going to say right now before I forget that I love Doomed Artisan. Big fan. In the Doubling Season deck, which we never drew Doubling Season or Anointed Procession, but so far I'm liking the cube. Three, 4. All right, so we can afford to swing with our Visionary. Yeah, this, I hope you're here long enough to see the deck, because this draft was nutty. It was nutty. So this cube really highlights a bunch of newish Commander cards that don't really have homes in most places. I really like that about this cube. My like shtick is like novel, different, unique cubes, and I really like when an environment looks at giving a home to good cards, because what else is cube for? Honestly, like, you know, I think that's a good. I think it's a good way to approach cube in general. So yeah, this is a neat little cube. The draft was insane. I mean, we got like Garruk Wheeled. We got a pack 1, pick 2 Doubling Season. We got a later Anointed Procession. It was nutty. Thank you, John. Encouraging as always. Appreciate it. This cube, more than most, not as much as crazy like monocolored cubes, needs you to look at things in a different way. Bolt, not so great. Cast out, really nice. Yeah. Yeah, we took a cast out a little later than I thought we would, especially because it has the cycling, which Thrill Rider was in here earlier and pointed out that cycling's really good in these long games, which makes sense. Let's see what they're doing. I feel like they must be a little screwed on color here, because last game it was clear that they had some blue and red. So having all this... I mean, they've got the Signet, though. GW is the Doubling Season colors. Tons of token makers as well as walkers. Like an ultimate... Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Elspeth Terrell wheeled. Like, last pick. Sarah wheeled. Karn was late. Sarah wheeled. Yeah, Sarah did wheel. Yep. Yeah, it was pretty nutty. And we're sitting on her now. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, they went after the Blink deck. That's clear now. With Brago last game and Yorion this game, but they're either off their colors or something. That's why they had Precursor Golem. That makes sense. But they never got a chance to... to blink it. Never quite got the opportunity. So we can make this a 5/5 and smack. We can hold this. We could O-ring Yorion. That's really not the worst thing in the world. While they're tapped out, just get it out of the way, right? Pop in for 6, 7. Maybe we swing with everything. I don't see why we wouldn't do that. And that means we can play our Jungle Shrine. We don't have any other land, so it doesn't matter if we want to or not. Yeah, I feel pretty good O-ringing Yorion here. They're one big threat that they've finally landed. Oops. Got that right? Yep. And then let's give Sarah a tick up. She's a hell of a card. I think we just swing. I don't see what we would hold anything back for. You wonder if people are having fun picking up sweet things and left the walkers to JJ. These all work well, of course, the doubling season plan. They do. I mean, every walker we picked up. We got Vivian. We got Sarah. We got Garrick, the 2 green one. We got Elspeth. We got Karn. Literally every single one makes a token, which I love. Sarah and Palace Jailer give white some of the juice it needs compared to the other color shenanigans. Yeah, I did not feel bad getting into white. Faith's Fetters, that makes sense. That is not going to be enough for you, unfortunately. What are we sitting on here? 6 mana. Doomed Artisan. Yeah, Doomed Artisan won the last game. We swung with 6/6/6 sculptures because we blasted him with what's the white beast within, the white version of that. We hit him end step, made a 3/3, and then just crushed in, which was, I'll be honest, that was fun. I liked it. Okay. I mean, we've got them on a 2-turn clock. I feel like we don't need to do anything fancy here. White elephant gift. Nice. Yep, that's it. That was it. I mean, they're not going to swing, so we don't need to hold this up. We could just get the Doomed Artisan down. Or get Mangara down so that we're ready to exile whatever they drop. I think that's what we do. And if they don't give us a better target, we Mangara Faith's Fetters and just make more angels. But we've got them on a 2-turn clock unless they do something. Do you have a sense, David, of some of the archetypes or strategies that people have been gravitating toward? That's a great question. And I know Thrill Rider said he's been doing a lot of observing today, John, so he might have an answer for you on that as well. I'm going to scry. That's fair. 1 turn away. Brago. Lovely. Yeah, I mean, unless you can gain a life. Oh, they might have another blocker. Okay, sure. Yep. That changes the clock a wee bit. Cast out on Faith's Fetters. Exile Brago. We don't get a... We Mangara Brago, probably. She won't... I don't want to turn her into an angel this turn. I'd rather pump 1 turn. I think we just get rid of that. You've only seen about 16 decks or so right now. GW is the most common in your small sample size. It was the pair you changed at the very end from Enchantress. Okay. So you worked hard to make sure it played with the big boys. Blue-red is the most cheaty deck, so it had to keep nerfing that. You had to keep nerfing that. Fair enough. Yeah, I think I feel good about that. Because we get them down to 4 here, we make a big problem for them. 2, 4, 6, because we can drop a 3/3 ballista next turn. So we don't need a lot. And they're digging. That's good. Yeah, green-white, I also feel like, and I'm wondering, it's hard to say, but I wonder if maybe part of the reason that it's common is like people are used to that being bad in cube, because green was like super open, like painfully open. I mean, it was just obvious that I was in the right seat early. And white was pretty open too. Again, stuff like Sarah and Elspeth coming around late was clear. Throw Rider and you did about 20 or so drafts on Cobra, and then you had 4 8-player internal drafts. That's cool. So the rest of the playtesting was just you jamming against yourself for eternity. So you're anxious, nervous, excited to see how people break it. Hopefully they break it a lot, because I know that's kind of the point here, right? And a Karn. Hello. Look at that. That could be a Sun Petal Grove. All right, so the Angel's obvious. Let's attack and see what happens. Do they have like a bounce, a wrath? Do they have removal? They have a lot of mana. I kind of just want to see if we can finish them off with the Walking Ballista. Like, if they don't have an answer, a counter answer. Yeah. GG. Hey, generous gift. I like green-white in this cube. You made it desirable. I will give you that one. John said, that's super interesting. It's awesome that you have sculpted an environment in which green-white is desirable. For real. All too often it gets snubbed at cube tables. No, 100% that's what happens. 100% that's what happens. I was hesitant to get into it, but doubling season was... There was no way to pass that. I mean, if I thought it wasn't well supported, but it's clear that it is. And I knew it was from the write-up and everything, and from looking through the cube. You want it broken in tons of 3-4 card combos. There's some cards that are extremely high rate on their own, Living Death, Doom Whisper, and such. So you're keeping an eye out for stuff like that. Fair enough. Steven, sleep well. Thanks for coming in. Always good to see you. Stay safe and healthy, please. Yeah, we'll play first. Hey, a dork. And a potential turn 3 Anointed Procession or Sarah. Fun. You can look at the blog on Cobra. See, I kept nerfing blue and kept buffing moving around white. I should look at the blog. I didn't think to do that. John, this is also a perfect example of what I was talking about last night, where having a couple of these one-drop dorks early is so good for just playing a nice, fast early game. Just getting a few things on the board before they can do anything. In these slower environments, this is what mid-range wants to do. We're not a ramp deck. But just being able to play some of our mid-range stuff early and making sure that our 4 and 5 drops don't feel out of reach all the time, it's so good. It's so good. I think people need to play more Llanowar elves in their mid-range decks. Glad to have that down. Because this Serra is going to be really fun to play next turn, assuming that they don't have an answer to it right away. Ooh, Mardu. Okay. Turn 3 Serra Angel sounds even better than a turn 4 Serra Angel. Exactly right. And Mangara beats are the sweetest beats. I agree with both those statements. 100%. Now, what's your 4-drop? Ooh, okay. And it won't hit an enchantment, so I feel pretty good about that. All right, I feel less good about that. That's fair. Untap land? This is going to feel good. This is going to feel good. Yep. I like that. I like 2 5/5s next turn. Alpha Frog. I saw them on the list. I should probably be worried. Yeah. I should definitely be worried. But I do like 2 5/5s in the air right now. That is a clock for sure. That is a clock. Especially when they just drop their Confluence to get rid of my Dork. And Mangara, which is fair. Mangara is scary sitting on the board like that. Okay. That's a good way to deal with it. Fabled Passage, solid. Solid for them. But it's got Vigilance, so there's no not attacking there. And whoever talked me into the Guild Mage, I appreciate, because if we can make a 3/3 next turn, or 2 of them more accurately, I'm going to be pretty happy with that. Or we just populate, right? I guess we just populate. Keep making 4/4 flyers. They're in the removal colors, so there is that. Yeah, I think we just populate this turn, this coming turn, if that's alive. Because they are for real in the removal colors here. All right, hopefully we're making them think. That's at least a good start. Okay, that's scary. Are they going to X us for 4? I would think. I would think you can just get rid of the... Is it any target? Oh, it's Planeswalker, so they could just get Serra. That's almost a tough choice, though. We can make 2 3/3s with this. Yeah. I think that makes sense. I think that makes sense. They're still flying Vigilant 4/4s. And we're still going to populate them. Oh. The fight doesn't do us any good. But a big Hydra is always good. 1, 2, 3, 4. So an 8, 9. That's pretty sweet. I think I prefer having more flyers, though. Right? Yeah. Like... I guess we could have waited on that, too. I was a little afraid of a trick or something happening. They can't kill the angels with Sorin. Okay, yeah, so they're going to draw. That's fair. Search for a creature 2 or less. Okay. Let's see what we tutor up. Something with flying, I would think. There's actually a lot of really good stuff with power 2 or less in a cube like this. Because power does not, power does not necessarily equate to... This is the one nice thing with this populate type deck is point removal, like they're going to target the guild mage, of course. But now we have 12 power in the air. Like, this point removal just isn't going to cut it for them. When we can smack them with flyers. Or a 10-11 trample. Like, Chupacabra is much better against the 10-11 trample than it is against a 2-2. But you have to remove it, because otherwise I make 2 angels a turn. Granted, they could... Oh, okay. Let's say they could also have a Wrath. Yeah, no help Pilgrim's Eye, but... I'll take that. I will take that. Yeah, look at all these Planeswalkers. 5 solid mid-rangey Planeswalkers. Definitely did a good job on green-white. I will say that. Against this sort of pokey deck, I never really feel like super strongly about sideboarding in cube. Like, Genesis, again, might be kind of tempting, but is it better than, like, literally anything else here? Not really. There's probably something I should have changed, but... This is not as good a start. This doesn't feel as aggressive as the last one. There's no real threats, but I'm going to keep it. Worst case, we cycle cast out on turn 1. Yeah. I mean, we'll do it on their end step. Yep. The lens makes sense. Oh, okay. I like that. I like that. I like having a couple of O-ring options here. Beast Within is even a possible way to save, not like save something, but like if it's getting targeted by the Ravenous Chupacabra, like just Beast Within it. It's almost a counter spell that leaves you a 3/3. That's pretty good. Go get the Choop again. What do we think? So we can bolt our elf, as it were. Ravenous the elf. Oh, even better. Okay. Sure. Nope. I will be delighted next turn to O-ring your Palace Jailer. Or not next turn, but you know. I think we just dropped the Guild Mage. Because presumably that'll bait out the Palace Jailer. And it'll block the Recruiter, not that a 1/1's a big threat. And the next turn we have a couple options. If they do get their Palace Jailer out, I think we O-ring it because we do not want that. Or we Karn. Karn's not great here without a way to double his token production, though. Red-black rocks is a good way to play right now. Yep. We got to find a way to get rid of Monarch, or we're going to die to that. And O-ringing it isn't going to cut it unless they attack. Even then, though, we won't get the swing back. Not right away. You thinking about it? Yeah, that's going to be bad. Shame we won't. Till we become the Monarch. Right. Right, I knew that. I do not play with that card very often. Yeah, this hand is too slow that we kept against this deck. Nice. Ooh, okay. Thing for 1. I think we just need Karn for the draw, honestly. He's going to get smacked. So we don't have a way to protect him. Actually, we need to draw like Vivian or something so we can get some 3/3s going. Yep. I assumed they'd get in for 1. Why not when you got a 4/2? That Monarch is gonna screw us. Jeez. Even Karning here doesn't feel great. Since they can kill him next turn. Or just about. Oh, Mangara's good though. Yeah, I think we're just too behind on this game. I don't see I don't see... Yep. Yep. Hit Karn with that. Nope. And then kill him with a 4-2. Oh, we're so behind. Yep. And Mangara is too slow here to get us anywhere. Turning the 4-2 into 3-3 doesn't really help. Bad news. Oh, yep. There it is. And how much are we taking today? 2 for a Signet. That feels good. Ugh. I don't even want to give them the 3-3 now because they're just going to attack with it. We got to do it in their upkeep. That's what we got to do. Problem being, we might even give them this spell. Giving a 3-3 here was still not great, but that's all right. Team J-Bro took the lead there. Good job, J-Bro. They'll get it with everyone. And we got to take it because we can't tap Mangara yet. They have 7 cards in hand. They've got to have something, either a big threat or a way to deal with Mangara. Either of which is bad for us. Signet first, because why not? Shoot Mangara. 8, 10. So they've got lethal, and we do not have a Wrath in here, so... Unless we get something... Oh, and they played it untapped. That's reassuring for us. Good game. Oof. Oof indeed. That's all right. We had a good starting run. I mean, this lets us search something up, but none of it's like great stuff. I'm just going to roll with it. I'm going to roll with it. I don't think I got many sideboardy cards. Part of me feels like I should be playing Sun Titan. I just don't have any great targets. More just because it's a big-ass 6/6. That's all right. We'll roll one more. See what happens. Playing first is going to be a big benefit for us. All right, Druid into Karn into Garruk is much better than what we did last game. So I'm pretty tempted to try this. Especially on the play. Especially on the play. We're going to need some more green mana if we want to do... Oh, no, because we've got 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, yeah. So it might even be like Druid on 2, Visionary on 3. We have to see what they do. If they have a fast start, we're going to need to keep up. If they're dirtling for a turn or two, we've got time to set up a turn for Garruk. Right. That's helpful. Ooh, or a Elspeth. Lots of good options. Unless they stop that. That's fair. Well, that's all right, because we still get Karn next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. We get any planeswalker we want next turn. And we just got that land out of the way. I think we want Garruk because we can just keep making beasts. So we can protect ourselves from this 4/3 that's about to land. The 4/3 is worst case, probably. For 3 mana. Yep, Signet. Sweet. They don't feel pressured. I'm cool with that. They do have black-red, but that will not give them their Bone Crusher. Oh, that, however, will change our plans a bit. That's pretty good. So Karn's the only one we can cast. And we'll draw a card. And they gave us the land, because of course they did. Flooding is my plan this game. My plan was to flood, because that's the better way to do it. Oh, nice. Well, that could give them some really good opportunities. We built our own corrosive portal. Yeah. Yep. All right, Ballista seems fine here. And they're going to give us the land. Of course they are. Oop. Let's not forget to do that. That would be bad. That would be a big misplay. All right. Part of what we have to do is hope that we don't see Palace Jailer. That card advantage is just impossible to beat for us. We don't have a good way to deal with it. Not with a bunch of 3/3s. Damn it. Yep. Well, at least Gonti's not going to kill one of our planeswalkers outright. We'll put a dent in Garruk, but that's okay. We also have a 2-mana way to deal with the Spirit if we have to in Walking Ballista. Oh, god damn it. And then we get a 3/3. Okay. I don't even know that we need to cast anything out right now. We can get a 3/3 Ballista. We get a 3/3 Beast. That's pretty self-evident, I think. And we could cast out Gonti. We could cycle cast out. That might be the right move. Maybe we hold it. That, or we make Elspeth, drop Elspeth and make a couple soldiers and then start gaining life. Or we drop her, tick her up, gain 2 life, hope she survives, and then ult her to get rid of all their rocks and stuff. I kind of like that, honestly. They'll have their Spirit, but they'll lose Gonti and their rocks, which has gotta help. And if they play anything, they have to make sure that they ding Elspeth more than one damage. Oh, I should have held up a white too. That was dumb. One on Garrick. Interesting. Forces us to trade the beast, which is not a problem to me. One on Garrick doesn't do a lot. But if they have... Okay. That's not a token. I'm gonna blow it up. And a signet to blow up. Okay. Maybe they don't know what Elspeth does? So there's that. And then we're just going to hold up Cast Out. Because now they're on 4 mana. And we're going to start making sculptures. Which hopefully gets out of control quickly. Okay. So they'll go get something good. Whatever they get. Oh, god damn it. They can't cast it yet. Do you have to deal combat damage to become the Monarch? I think that's right. And you're going to finish off Elspeth. And that makes perfect sense. You have to hit them. I know you got to hit them. I'm just trying to remember if you can hit them with non-combat damage. Like if I could ping them with the ballista. My guess is no. Hey, another land. That's good. Because I'll be able to cast out their jailer. But if they're the Monarch for more than like a turn or maybe 2, we're in big, big trouble. My hope is that with 3 cards in hand, they're going to stay behind on mana for a while. Especially since they have rocks, they're going to be light on lands. Wait, let's see what they're targeting. The beast. Now I know this isn't going to save it, but because here's the only good thing is I can ping off these guys and then attack with the Doomed Artisan, I guess. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to you, its controller becomes a Monarch. All right, so that's what we got to do, but we can do that by doing that. Whew. And then we'll draw a card. And make a sculpture. Oh, sorry. Sorry. That's good news for us. Shame I can't do it right now. Hopefully they don't have a haste creature. That would be the other scary thing. Oh, a signet. See, that's the other thing is now they're drawing their signets. That's not going to cut it for them. Yeah. Let's make a 14-15. Oh, let's get it contempted. Beautiful. That's fair. It's fine. We'll just keep drawing cards for a while. Okay, that's pretty good. We can cast that. I might just have to entrap maneuver my Doomed Artisan. That hurts. Yep. Yep. And we'll just make a couple of those. Oh, I wish I could play that. All right. 2, 4, 5. Oh, gosh. I needed to have wrapped this up already. Every time they draw, I'm getting closer to being in trouble because they've got some really strong cards here. And presumably they got something out of this. Problem with the entrapment maneuver is... Oh, nice. All right. 1 and 1. Sure. Leaves me 2 2/2s. I've got some okay options. I don't have great removal for this situation, and now my Anointed Procession isn't going to do anything. So we just got to hold up and hope they give me a swing. Oh, that helps. That'll help. Problem being they've got... Yep. They're going to keep doing this. Oh, I get to do this? It's the only one in my graveyard. Or do they get to cast it? They get to cast it. Yeah. Okay, I have to exile it, but they get to cast it. Which they will on what? Cast out? Yep. Damn it. The only good thing being they gave me a 3/3 out of it. But now they're going to be the Monarch. They're probably not going to attack. I needed to get rid of my my Artisan. Oh, fuck. Yep. Gave him too long. I should have killed my Artisan off when they were at 9 life the first time. I had to act faster. I let them recover after that sweep, which fucking sucks. I guess I can hold entrapment maneuver to wait for them to swing and get 6/1/1s. That's the one upside here. I've got the lands for it. All right, search up your card. Get your Chupacabra or whatever. Oh, it's going to be a close one. No matter what, it's going to be a close one. Oh, I guess Anointed Procession will be nice if I do get the 6/6. Getting 12/1/1s is not the worst thing in the world. I got to assume they'll swing with it next turn. They can't expect I'll have something. Let's make some 3/3s. Let's bluff the reach. That's our plan. And we can populate, so that's good. We can populate the sculpture. Don't think there's a lot of spells to worry about here. Well, they have Vraska's Contempt. That's actually terrifying. And Chain Lightning and Kaya's Guile are still in there. My biggest hope is that they attack with the Rune Scarred. If they do that, I'm in a good place because I can entrap it. I'll get a shit ton of 1/1s. Come on, please swing, please swing, please swing. If you're going to swing with them, you got to swing with the 6/6. Come on. You know you want to. Come on. What's the worst that could happen? Damn. Who's that at? Vivian. So I've got to trade something, which I don't really mind. They have a plan? Or are they just trying to whittle me down? I really wanted them to swing with that flyer. Oh, 4 to everything. Okay. Would populating help? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can make a couple 3/3s. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have enough to populate. Damn. Well, I was hoping. I mean, at least Vivian will give me 2 more beasts next turn. I'm going to draw a card. That's fine. Oh, hopefully they swing. Hopefully they swing. I don't know why they wouldn't. Yes, thank you. Oh. Vivian. Vivian says you can look at the top of your library anytime. Oh my god! Oh. That was too close. That was too close. Oh, yeah. Vivian says you may look at the top card of your library anytime. So, of course, it just shows it to you because that'd be silly. Oh, that card. I'm so glad I held that. I thought about firing that off last turn. But 12 1-1s, that is how you win that game. Where do we see our library? Oh, right here. I mean, it just gives you a window. Is that? I assume that's what you're asking. Oh, it's under me. Shit. Yeah, it's behind me. I'll move that up. I forget I'm streaming, or I mean, I forget I'm like on there. Ah, damn, I was gonna go to bed, but I feel like I gotta wrap it up. If I'm at 2-0 right now, yeah, I'm gonna hit the head and then I'm gonna finish this. Even if no one watches. All right. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I didn't realize you're still here, David. Oh no, I get it. I get it, John. Thank you so much for sticking around. It was great to see you again. Always fun having you in the chat. Since the power band here is lower than, say, the MTGO Modern Cube and gave us some specific chonkers. No, that's amazing. I like the cube so far. I mean, obviously winning is a good feeling, but this is my kind of environment. I like slower environments. I'm gonna go out on a limb that you're have not seen my stream before, but I have a fairly slow cube myself. And I'm a big fan of environments that give you time to build a game and think, and that just aren't over, on turn 4 frequently. I mean, that's gonna happen, and I think that's fine. But the creature cube, yeah, creature feature. That's my cube. Oh, I guess we were talking about it last night. I talked about it a lot last night. I'm pretty proud of it, just like anyone with their cube. So it comes up. But it is a slow environment. Like I played against Buddy Cavs a while ago on MTGO to make a video about it. And he kept a 5-land Glorybringer hand and won that game. So there are... Awesome, John. Take care. And I agree. I think this is a really cool environment. I'm definitely going to jam a couple more drafts while it's up. I don't know if I'll be able to stream any. I'm supposed to stream Saturday as well, and I'm gonna kill myself if I'm not careful. But that's tricky. Normally I'd say let's just cycle cast out. I guess we could do the ballista. You stream for 4 hours and now you feel dead now. Dude, I know it. I know it. Yep. Well, and when I planned the Saturday stream, which is an extra one for me, because usually I just do Tuesday nights. When I planned the Saturday stream, I didn't know this cube was coming out. And then obviously, I mean, cube is literally what I do, so it'll be all right. It'll be all right. I'm definitely going to play a few drafts of this, though. I want to explore some other decks. Do you maintain this in paper? I'm curious. Might be safe. Wooded Foothills. Solid. Let's see if you have a 1. Not yet. After you get the data, you'll think about getting it. That's cool. That's cool. I mean, at this point, there's a lot of cards coming up you want to include. Yeah, this upcoming set looks pretty bonkers for Cube in general. It certainly would be good. It certainly would be good for this Cube. I can see that for sure. This always happens to me when I'm like, oh, I'll play one more game. I'll just wrap up this league. I get a slow player. That's how it always goes. Oh my gosh, Commander Legends. Yeah, I can't even imagine. The one nice thing is when I have, because my cube is creature only, it's pretty, it whittles down what I have to test. Like, there'll be lots of really cool, like, enchantments, instants, stuff like that I see that I'm like, tempting, but can't play it. And that just, I mean, like, just from a financial standpoint, that's helpful. Obviously, not playing some of the good cards out there is, you know, not a benefit, but it does help. It does help pick and buy the cards that we need. Okay. Oh, and they have an upkeep stop. That makes it better. That makes it better. All right, now normally I'm the kind that wants to take an action whenever possible. But I am going to hold that Ballista because we'll get the Fabro Elder down next turn. That'll be a 2/2. Vigilance. And we'll be able to tap it for 2. All right, and ours is going to be better than that. Because ours will be a 2/2. Great. And the Pilgrim, yeah. So if we're just gonna dirtle off mana dorks, then at some point I'll have the bigger Ballista. Okay, so you're in Teamer. So you can now tap for 1. There you go. Power 4 greater draw cards. So the Kiora static, as well as the haste. And then tap for 3. We will have 6 mana next turn. Maybe we just make a 3/3 Ballista and then ping that guy away. That might be fine. And we can swing first too. On the other hand, I could give them a little time to set up. And set up an even bigger Ballista. The bigger the Ballista, the better, right? Plus, we can adapt this fella here. Play to land, right? Yep. Yeah, let's just see where we go with this. They don't seem to be in a huge rush. That haste is probably incidental. They're probably more about having a 3-color. Well, they drafted their lands, that's for sure. Better than I did. Better than I did. Yep, crack your strand. That makes sense. So they can play a 5/5 Beanstalk. That's significant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to have 9 mana next turn, which is more than enough to adapt. We could adapt with lands, and then this will be a 3/5 and a 2/2, which we could swing with both. and then the following turn we make the biggest ballista in the world. Yeah, especially if they're going to dirtle around. Oh, I guess Ascendancy is nice with dorks. That's pretty fun. That's pretty fun. Expel? They've got 5 mana? I think. Maybe some of it went right into the spell. Giant. That's fair. Nice. Very nice. Good moves. Oh, it's got haste. Sick. This is a sweet little deck they put together. Getting all our dorks here. Swing for 2 while we can. Guess I would have rather tapped this so that we could leave a forest up, but that's all right. Yeah, that's fine. Might be playing a dangerous game here. But 13 mana into a Walking Ballista feels pretty good, I think. I guess it'll be 12. We'll hold one back. They can definitely dome us for 6, but our 6/6 Ballista will also be pretty sweet. Let's see what they do. They'll also, I doubt they'll come in with their dorks this time. Yeah. Coming in for 6. And here's the problem, the thing doesn't have trample. So we'll just chump it. They could have a trick. In hindsight, it probably would have been better to drop the Ballista earlier and be able to ping off some of these. Like, I should have gotten rid of the Bloom Tender. That's pretty likely. That's alright, though. It's alright. We've still got some skin in this game. We've got all kinds of crazy stuff in this deck. So do they, I'm sure. 4 in hand plus the Temur Ascendancy. Oh, they've got black in here too. I wonder if they went 5 color. I wonder if they did the 5 color dream. If that's the dream they're living. They just drafted every land they get their hands on. Well, that helps too. I'll give you that. Plus, yep. You can have a Skull Prophet. Beast Within is going to be bad for me right now. Oof. And you're going to bounce my... Yeah, I think we're in a bad place here. Yep. Problematic. Ugh. Starting to think we're playing too many lands, honestly. 2, 3, 6, 9. Yeah. Hmm. Dealing with that Karn is our biggest problem. Because we binned cast out. Can't do anything about the flyer. That giant's a problem as well. It's a lot of mana. Pump the flyer. Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, that's wicked bad. That's wicked bad. We just had no way to deal with that no matter what. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Oh. Yeah. I mean, just cast the ballista to get it out of my hand. That's the right move there. Should have played that ballista much earlier. I think we're just dead. I'll see what we draw, but I think we're just dead. I mean, we can keep chumping this, but we've only got a couple turns left. And then replay that. And bounce on my permanents. Yep. And let's do that. You can have your land. I don't know how they win with this kind of clock management. Yeah, even that's too little too late. Yeah, I don't see how we can come back from this. I probably should have tried to run down the clock, but whatever. That's not the way to play, honestly. Mangara's been good. I'm gonna bring this in instead. No, that's unconditional. You can honestly probably cut a land. I'm a little scared to. Yeah, I'm too chicken shit to do that. All right. This is not the best opening ever, but it will get us there quickly. You just need a threat, that's all. A threat for all this mana. That's all we need. Great. Ugh, I don't want a land. That's what I should have cut. If we draw a land, we're going to be out of gas already, which is bad. Bad, bad. Sure. Well, I don't mind seeing Temur Ascendancy in there. 5, 6. Need a card. Oh my god. Let's just get this land out of here. Yeah, I mean, I'll thin my deck, but jeepers. I just need something to do with all that mana now. I probably could have cut the Pilgrim's Eye, honestly. It's a little dinky flyer, but yep, crack your fetch. I mean, I do have 6 on board, which is not, that's not anything to sneeze at if they can't pull something out as a blocker. But they've got 7 in hand, so they've got to have something they can do. I mean, I've got 4 in hand and I have nothing I can do, so. Okay. That's fair. Did they fail to find on their flooded strand? Did I miss that? That's weird. Oh, here we go. All right. Yeah, that's fine. I should have played my Jungle Shrine. I don't need the mana this turn. That's all right. Yeah, block the 1/1 so that you don't lose a creature. All right, let's get out of hand here. Let's get this out of control. Let's go wide. Ooh, nice. Ooh, this will affect me too. If I can drop something bigger, 3 power or more. Which won't happen this coming turn, but it will happen next time I have a sculpture, the third sculpture. Let's get our signet. That's where we really need a yeah, I guess that's it. Jeez, I should have cut a land. Its power is not... Oh, does that just trigger every creature? That's weird. Their mana screwed too, that's part of it. The druid isn't gonna... Oh, nice. Very nice. Alright, so my next sculpture should trigger a draw for me, which will be nice. I wouldn't mind having something bigger before that. Going... Ah, there we go. That's the dig it. Yes. Yes. Oh, come on. What do you have at instant speed? Well, any creature, I guess. Damn it. Oh, fudge. Oh, man. That blows. That fucking blows. All right. Fuck that. I really love that art too. Just gonna get him on a 10-turn flying clock, that's all. Man, that Mystic sucks too, because now my sculpture won't trigger. This deck is ridiculous. Oh, nice. It's a good card too. I need Elspeth is what I need here. So I can just get in with my sculptures. Like literally, I just need Elspeth. That would probably wrap things up pretty quick. Walking Ballista wouldn't hurt. I've got 11 mana, 12 next turn. I mean, go for it. Yeah, pump it. Yeah, that's why I didn't block it. Green tap, add X. Okay, so right. Excuse me. I should have played out the first game. They're playing so slowly. I would have won by time. Which is not how I want to win, but like, for heaven's sake. I've lost to time or lost because I took too much time. Smacking for 8. That's fine. I'll chump it next time. This profit thing is not great. That would be a worthy use of an O-ring if it came up right now. Oh, come on! That does not help at all. Come on. Need something better than that. She get trample? No, just XX. I'll chump to the Doom Artisan next time. Get myself some 4/4s. Probably. Waiting for Elspeth would be better, but Radha's... Well, I guess chumping Radha doesn't deal with it. This always happens in Cube. I do really well for 2 matches, and then I get paired up against a really frustrating matchup. Like, this deck is ridiculous, but they seem to have what they need every turn. Which is why I should have just gone to bed instead of playing out the last one. Are they going to kill it? Okay. Flash that in. That makes sense. Draw a card. Also makes sense. Still doesn't have trample. But they're... I'm also not drawing well. Doomed Artisan is the closest thing to a threat I've drawn both of these games. So that doesn't help. But that happens. Here comes the big swing. Everything or just Radha and Beanstalk? Makes sense. Let's chump those off. We have plenty of mana. And now we have 4 4/4s, which is not insignificant. I might swing with some of them. Depends what we draw here. I'm going to say again, Elspeth. Oh, God. Dang it. Oh, and they untap every turn, so it doesn't matter. Oh, my lord. This deck is falling apart. No, because they'll just block with a 6/6. Really just vamping for Elspeth. Because a sweeper that leaves me 4/4/4s would help immensely. That's weird. I'm a little surprised they didn't try ninjutsu that in, but okay. I guess when you've got everything at flash speed, why not, right? I don't know if I can burn 5 minutes against this deck, but I'm certainly going to see how much I can hold out. No, we'll do that. We're going to take 7. Oh, gosh. All these planeswalkers, and I've literally seen one the whole 2 games here. Thought about trying to double block the Oni, but losing these sculptures it's literally all I have right now. All right, I mean, this is not great either, but at least it's a 4/4. Try to hold up a turn. I don't even know what I'm holding up for at this point. A big enough ballista that I can ping him to death? I don't even know. They need to be really confident they can win this game. They're not going to have time to win a third one. I mean, with this board state, it's pretty hard to lose. Oh yeah, that's smart. They've got a wide board. I have to block Radha. I think the only thing I can... Well... okay. Tick up, right? I'll give you the land, friendo. No, are they just going to swing out completely? What are they going to do? They're going to be careful? Okay, that's fair. Oh boy. Because I can't get him for 5 this turn. Oh my freaking lord. Right? They don't have any reach. I can't survive another turn though. That's the real problem. Dead no matter what. Comes down to one turn, one swing, 3 minutes on the clock. I don't know how you go 3-0 like that. Yep. I will not give you the satisfaction. Normally I would, but not today. All right, well, at least we re-earned. We earned back, getting back in again. Came pretty close on that one. Hey, Sniffy Gull. Cool. All right. Well, we're going to get out of here. Thanks for everyone who tuned in. Thank you, David, for this really wonderful environment. That's fun. And I will probably not be streaming this again this week just because it's going to be pretty busy until Saturday when I'm already supposed to be streaming a different cube. But if that gets rescheduled, then I'll probably try and stream this one more time Saturday night. So either way, I'll be back Saturday. Thank you for everyone who tuned in. Take care, and I will see you soon.